Hi folks, I'm here with Yasmin Mokhtar, the Managing Director of AE Security Systems in KL in Malaysia. Yasmin, you folks have just recently implemented icetana at one Utama Shopping Centre in PJ in Malaysia. For those of you that don't know, and I didn't, that's one of the largest shopping malls in the world. I think it's in the top 10 at over 5.5 million square feet. So quite a project. But I am curious to know what prompted you folks to start exploring AI-based security solutions for this particular opportunity.
Well, Ryan, we are a company that provides security guards as well as security systems integration to our clients. So naturally, we are always looking out for better ways, more effective and efficient ways to provide comprehensive security and improve response time on site. And also, manpower is also starting to get expensive here in Malaysia. And we wanted to give our clients a more cost-effective solution in managing their security operations.
Fantastic. That's something we hear consistently across the world, that manpower across all aspects is simply becoming more expensive. And I don't think there's an end to that in sight.
Yeah.
You're in this space, Yasmin. You live it every day. You see lots of different technology vendors providing different things. I'm interested to know how icetana's approach potentially different from other products that you've been exposed to.
Well, prior to discovering icetana, we had looked at many AI-based solutions. But most of the solutions, they needed configuration by the users or the operators, which means it would take a lot of time to set up. And we have to monitor the system itself. With icetana, what impressed us the most is the product itself uses a self-configuring and self-learning AI to detect unusual events. So essentially, the longer you use the system, the better it will detect any anomalies in the environment.
Fantastic. That's a bit of a step change. I think the self-learning element, one of the
Yeah.
hurdles we've always had with technology deployment is how difficult potentially it is to do. So it's exciting when we see products with that functionality.
Yes.
I understand that the end client, actually had the chance to go and see icetana live in action in a trip to the UAE in Dubai. Maybe you could share a little bit about that, about what happened or any insights that came from that trip.
Yeah, it was just by chance that our client had a meeting in Dubai, and then she asked whether she could go look at the system live. So we managed to arrange for her to visit the mall for her to see icetana system live in action. And I think that was an important point for us and for the client as well, because to see the system live in action is different from us giving the presentation online or in person. But yeah, I think it was an impressive visit. So, yeah.
It's a very impressive asset to those
Yeah.
folks that have been. And did you may not know this, but did she have the opportunity to engage with any of the site teams or the operators to get any sort of feedback about how the solution was used firsthand?
Yeah, the thing is, the mall had the similar number of cameras to one Utama. So it's about, yeah, it's about 1,400 cameras.
Yep.
So this was, it proved to be something that she could relate to. And she managed to talk to Astana sales director, Ibrahim, and he was there to explain the system. And she got to speak with the security operators about their experience using the system. And yeah, like I said, she was impressed. And when she got back, she immediately asked us to arrange a technical meeting between us, Istana, and her technical team so they could ask questions about the system.
Yeah, great. And you're in this space a lot, and I suspect shopping malls is a very good use case for this particular type of AI technology. But I am curious to know from your perspective, what challenges to large malls like One Utama face when it comes to surveillance and incident response that you feel maybe AI can help with?
Yeah, you can imagine. I mean, One Utama is one of the largest malls in the world, and you can imagine how the security team has a lot of challenges in keeping the mall safe and secure for the tenants and the shoppers. And one of the main challenges is to ensure quick response time. If there's an incident or emergency, in a traditional control room, most of these events go unnoticed until the security guards on site alert the operators. And then we needed a lot of security officers in the mall, you know. So with AI, the control room detects the events or emergencies immediately when it happens. And then they will dispatch the nearest security guard to attend to the issue. So this has helped us to improve the response time tremendously.
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, these malls throughout Asia, throughout the Middle East, globally, in fact, are just getting bigger and bigger. In fact, some
Yeah.
of that scale and size are quite hard to get your head around. Do you see a future where AI is the primary technology managing incident response and incident identification? Is that the way we're moving?
Yeah, definitely, because the traditional control room most of them function as a review and report center. Something happens, and then let us play back the footage and see what happened, and then only react. But with AI, it's become a proper response center, which much better real-time monitoring. So I truly believe that it will help mall security operations to be more proactive and efficient.
Fantastic. I just want to circle back to that self-learning,
Yeah.
and that for me is a really exciting concept because self-learning would indicate that it's going to get better and better.
Mm.
As it gets more imagery, as it gets more application, is that the case? Does the solution become more efficient and better with time?
Yeah, definitely. It will help the security control room a lot. Basically, if we don't have AI, we have to constantly monitor each camera, basically.
Wow.
But with AI, uh, it will alert you of any unusual events, and as time goes on, it will learn all these unusual events, and it will get better at identifying what is unusual and what is normal. So
Yes.
yeah,
You mentioned, I'm going to get the numbers not quite right. I think it was 1,000 or 1,400 cameras.
yeah.
Manage 1,400 cameras without AI, with just people. How does that work?
Oh, it doesn't work very well. It doesn't work very well. You need a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. And just sort of wrapping up, uh, what advice would you give to, like, you're at the forefront here, you're using technology products across your business. What advice would you give to other mall operators or security leaders that are currently starting to look at AI-based surveillance? What advice would you have for them in terms of selection and adoption?
I believe adopting AI in more security is a strategic move. So I would say select systems that can grow with your needs and integrate with your existing infrastructure. Also select systems that are self-learning. It will save you and your team a lot of time setting it up, and a self-learning system will just get better and better with time.
Fantastic. And just if I pivot away from the malls for just a second, and maybe a slightly unfair question, do you see other applications, particularly in your markets, where products like icetana can help your clients?
Yeah, of course. I think hotels, uh, places like international schools or schools just in general, yeah, would really benefit from having AI as a tool to help them with their security
Fantastic.
operation.
Yasmin, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. You've given me some insights, some things to certainly think about. Congratulations on your recent deployment into, this huge asset, one of the top 10 shopping malls in the world. I think it's something you and icetana should be very proud of, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Well, thank you, Ryan.